Coca-Cola is not asking us, where's your Valentine's Day episode, you know?
Oh my god, I wish.
Yeah, I don't even have patrons barking me down if the episode's, like a little behind. They're like, hey, bud, I get it. It's cool. I didn't give you money because I thought, you always had your finger on the pulse, I didn't think you were on top of things. I knew. I knew before I gave you money. That's what the patrons sound like. All right. Now, Cat Scott, you have an annual birthday party, tradition, event where people get online and give various PowerPoint presentations of things that they are passionate about. Is this true?
As passionate about, or it's just something that's like your Roman Empire, or something that you want to like roast yourself about. It's just something that you need to get out of your system through a visual medium. And I'm sure people have seen it on TikTok and iterations of it. I started doing it during the pandemic as a way to stay in touch with my friends. So it wasn't strictly for birthday. It was more like the only way I could see friends for a while.
That's true.
And then it evolved into having friends all over the place and wanting to see them on my birthday. So I was like, this is the best way to do it. I also wrote about PowerPoint in my master's thesis. There's a whole love letter to PowerPoint essays. So big part of my journey.
We love PowerPoint, don't we, folks?
And you have one that I haven't seen.
That's right. At this most recent party, I didn't have one prepared. I only came up with my idea midstream, and there were just so many people who already had theirs. I would have had to stay up mega late to even give it. And it was not in the cards. So what better way to use this inspiration than to make some hashtag content? And so I am going to share my screen let me know if you see the PowerPoint.
Yes.
Great. Welcome to the TV's Kevin Lanigan definitive ranking of New York movie theaters. Now, there are a lot of entrants on this list. The rules for ranking are arbitrary and yet also scientific, religious, and cannot be moved and are empirically correct. There is no facet of a movie theater that is being discounted in this ranking. We are considering picture quality. We are considering food quality. We are considering geographic convenience. We are considering ambiance. There's nothing that is outside the realm of scope of what we are judging these movie theaters by. These are movie theaters that I have been to and that I have seen at least one movie in. There are some notable New York City movie theaters that are not on this list. The Roxy is not on this list, simply because I've never been there. And that's just something that we're all going to have to get past. I can update this list at any time if indeed I ever decide to go to the Roxy. Cat Scott, any questions before we begin?
I just appreciate the integrity that you brought to this, because I think
you.
integrity is a big part of PowerPoint presentations. It's leaning into the earnestness and the truth of things, even when it's uncomfortable and maybe not as glamorous. So thank you for doing the work.
You're so welcome. And without any further ado, we shall begin with, we're going from bottom up. So we're building up to what is the best New York movie theater. And because of that, that means we must start at the bottom. Number 27, the Regal Kaufman Astoria, located in Astoria, Queens, across the street from the Museum of the Moving Image. This theater, what isn't wrong about it? What's right about it? Nothing. It's a bad movie theater. The door is located in like a back corner on one side, the only entrance to the theater. You go to the front, it's a big solid wall. You have to walk an extra 5 minutes down the sidewalk to get to the entrance of the movie theater. I have never had a decent crowd in this theater. This is where I saw West Side Story, and I had to move my seat 4 separate times during the screening, and every time I found a new group of people who were talking over the entire movie. It is not a movie theater that lets you have any peace whatsoever. It's a Regal. That's a strike against it. No offense to the great people at Regal Cinemas, but you run a bad theater chain, and just the dirt worst. nothing to write home about, bad pre-show, bad everything. Number 27, the Regal Kaufman Astoria. Cat Scott, you and I notoriously saw RRR at this
That's what's
theater.
interesting is I had such a breakthrough cinematic experience there
Of
that's
course.
really one of my only reference points. I think I went back and it felt very like being back in a Missouri movie theater.
Yes.
I think I
it
tried
felt
to see
like
another
COVID
movie.
never ended at the Regal Kaufman Astoria. It's just,
Yeah.
it felt really bad in there. And yes, but that's what you said is actually an excellent point, an excellent lesson in that even the worst movie theater is still a wonderful venue where you can see motion pictures. And what's better than that, folks? What's better than that? Moving on. Number 26.
I just remember the audience engagement for RRR2 made it
Yes.
really beautiful. So if I had only had that experience at that movie theater, I would have been like, that's probably a good movie theater with good vibes. I remember nothing of the lobby, nothing of anything else, just the vibes of the movie. So
Of course, exactly. RRR is so powerful, it made you forget the rest of the Regal Kaufman Astoria. Also, bad snacks. Anyway, moving on. Number 26,